Thank you for joining me for another sunny day on the Thames. When you're ready, hop on your mat and take a moment to center. Check in with your body. Close your eyes. Just allow the breath to drop into the belly. And when you're ready, a nice big inhale. Fingertips reach to the ceiling, shoulders reach towards your ears. Little fingers turn in just a touch. And then let the shoulder blades come down the back, the shoulders soften. Exhale, bring the hands behind, interlace the fingers. Squeeze the fingers down towards the floor and the shoulder blades together. Bring the chin down onto your chest. Exhale. And bring the head back into the center. Inhale. And then we take the right ear onto the right shoulder. Let the left shoulder go soft. Exhale. Inhale through the center. Left ear, left shoulder. Exhale. Inhale through to the center. Fingertips reach to the ceiling. And we'll take the left hand down onto the mat. Right fingertips reach up. Right hip reaching down. Exhale as you fold. Inhale as you come up and change sides. Reach down into that lower hand. Exhale as you fold. Exhale, left hand onto the right knee. Right hand down behind to twist. And inhale through the center. Exhale, change sides. Inhale through the center. Bring your hands onto the knees, just lift the chest. Think about bringing the center of the chest up towards the ceiling. So draw the belly in. You can use the hands to push against the knees if you like. And release. Coming over onto hands and knees, tabletop. Nice wide fingers. Squeeze into the fingertips. Draw the belly up. And exhale, push the floor away, round the spine up to the ceiling. And tuck the pelvis under. Inhale, round the belly down, but keep it tight. Pull the shoulder blades down the back and send the sit bones up to the ceiling. Exhale as you come back up. Tuck the belly up. Tuck the pelvis under. Push through the fingertips. Inhale down. And one more time. Exhale up. Inhale down. And coming to a neutral spine, we'll take the knees wide, come back into child's pose. Active fingers if you like, or completely rest the arms and the hands. Reach the heart forwards as you come up. Just coming up to bring the knees underneath the hips again. Bring the hands a little further forwards. Let the center of the chest come down to the mat for puppy pose, resting on the chin or the nose or the cheek, whichever you like. Geese are joining in today. Draw the belly up. And press into the hands as you come back. Tabletop. Knees under the hips one more time. Hands under the shoulders. Let's bring the right hand underneath your face and open the left shoulder, just the shoulder. Exhale, we're going to take that left hand down and under. Inhale as you come up to the other side. Change the hands over, engage the belly, roll the right shoulder. Exhale, bring it down and through. Inhale as you come back up. And just coming back to sitting on the heels with the toes tucked under. And then come up onto the knees. Think about squeezing the front of the pelvis forwards. Bring the hands just behind so your thumb is on the back of the pelvis. Squeeze the pelvis forward, roll the shoulder blades back and the elbows together. Lift the heart towards the ceiling. And look up towards the ceiling too if it's comfortable. Good. Resting there for a breath or two. Or if it feels good, bringing the arms up with the thumbs behind and just opening the front of the chest a little bit more. Exhale, bring it down nice and slow into child's pose. So we're going to take 3 sun salutations to warm the body up. The third one, we'll take the leg underneath with an option to open the shoulder. So fingers wide, arms outstretched, shoulders reaching forwards for now. Use the fingertips. Inhale as you come up, tuck the toes. Exhale, send your bottom up and back. Use the fingertips, squeeze into one heel and then the other. It's nice and easy on the back line as we get warmed up. Maybe starting to think about taking the lower ribs towards the thighs, ears in line with the upper arms. And then just for a moment or two, let the shoulders soften so the crown of your head comes down towards your thumbs a little. Keep squeezing the lower belly towards the thighs. Then push through the fingertips. Let the crown of your head come away from your thumbs. And then release. Let the crown of your head come down towards your thumbs. And push. Exhale, release. Look towards your thumbs. Baby steps if you like, or bigger steps if you're ready. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale all the way down. And a big inhale with a flat spine as you come all the way up. Palms together at the top. Squeeze the palms together. And through the heart, soft knees. Sit bones turn up, heart reaching forwards towards your thumbs. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale and exhale. Step back with the right foot and the left. First lower down of the day, so maybe knees can come down, elbows hug the ribs, chin to the fingertips and scoop up and through. Baby cobra. Inhale, tuck the toes. Exhale, press your bottom back. Keep the knees soft, shoulders a little bit soft, triceps turn down, the upper arms. Again, let the crown of your head come towards your thumbs a little bit. So the shoulder blades come down the back. Then push through the fingertips. Reach the crown of your head away from your thumbs. Exhale, release. Inhale, push. Draw the belly up. Exhale, release. Inhale, push. And look towards the thumbs. Big steps or baby steps. Inhale. Exhale. Soft knees, flat spine. Inhale all the way up. Palms together. Exhale down. Inhale. And exhale. Step back with the left and the right. Knees or shoulders. If you're going on the shoulders, come onto the tiptoes. Let the shoulders come beyond the wrists and the elbows fold back. Back of the feet. Inhale up and forwards. Inhale, tuck. Exhale, press. Nice soft knees, belly towards the thighs. When you're ready, put the weight into the left heel. Inhale the right heel, just to the point where the pelvis starts to lift. So keeping the pelvis level if you can. Push through the fingertips, reach back into the hips, into the left heel. Exhale, bring it down. Change side, sink into the right. Inhale. Push through the fingertips and back into that heel. Exhale, bring it down. Look towards the fingertips, coming forwards as you like. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway, draw the belly up. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift halfway, draw the belly up. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift halfway, draw the belly up. Exhale, down. Step back with the right foot and the left foot. Knees or shoulders, maybe on one leg. Lower down. Inhale and exhale. Wide fingers, use the fingertips. Inhale as you come forwards into a high plank. And exhale as you release the right knee forwards towards your nose. And then take the foot underneath. If that feels okay and you feel maybe you can open the left shoulder, then roll the left shoulder up to the ceiling. Keep lifting through the hips, rooting through the right fingertips. Look up to the ceiling if it's comfortable. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, take the foot up and back. And exhale, bring it down. Ready for the other side. High plank. Exhale, knee to nose. Take the foot under. Inhale, roll the right shoulder. If your shoulders feel better with the hand down, that's okay. Lifting through the hips, rooting through the left fingertips. Looking up through the thumb if your hand's extended. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, take the foot up and back. And exhale, float it down. Push forward through the fingertips, let the shoulders creep forward towards your ears. And then release the crown of the head towards your thumbs. Look towards the thumbs, coming forwards as you like. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, flat spine all the way up. We'll take a powerful pose. Turn the little fingers back. Feet together, knees together. Sit your bottom down as you sweep the floor. Powerful pose. Send the hips back if you feel warm enough. Have the weight in the heels so the toes can lift. And look up through the thumbs. Draw the belly up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale down. We'll take the right foot back on its own. Take the left foot out to the side, just a touch. Fingertips stay on the mat. Reach the heart forwards. Tuck the chin and engage the belly. As you come up, thumbs first for a lunge. Right thigh, right buttock. Squeeze into the right heel. So keep squeezing into that right thigh. Exhale, bring the hands onto the hips. And I'm going to take the right heel onto the mat for warrior one. Keep the hands where they are. Squeeze into the outside border of that back foot. And then we're going to bring the front knee back. Keep the hips facing forwards. Reach the heart forwards over the big toe. So reach the heart forwards in front of you. And as you find the hamstrings, a little tuck in the chin. Breathe into the belly. And each little exhale is a chance just to come a little further forward, reaching the heart forwards, but letting it be heavy towards the big toe. Tucking the chin. Inhale and fold. Inhale and fold. Good. If it feels good, let both hands come down the outsides of the shins and the crown of the head reach down towards your big toe. Just really find the hamstrings. Awesome. Plant the hands down, step forward with the right foot. Forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Draw the belly up. Exhale down. And coming up, a powerful pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale down, step back with the left foot. Right foot comes out to the side, just a touch. Fingertips stay on the mat, reach the heart forwards. Choose a gaze point if you like. And firm the left thigh as you come up, engage the belly, lead with the thumbs. Exhale, bring the hands to the hips. Bring the back foot down. Heel turned in about 45 degrees, and put some weight in the outside border of that back foot. Hips stay facing forwards, bring the front knee back. Keep it soft, not locked. And begin to reach the heart forward towards a gaze point in front of you. Nice flat spine as you reach the heart. The more you reach the center of the chest forwards, the more you'll find the hamstrings on that forward leg. Little tuck in the chin. Breathe into the belly. And as you exhale, just come a little deeper. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, reach the heart forwards. Tuck the chin. Exhale. And then release the hands down both sides of that forward shin. Let the crown of the head come down towards the big toe. Draw the belly up even here, don't let it go. Keep squeezing into the outside border of the back foot. And then plant the hands down, release the knee. Bring the back foot forwards. Forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway, draw the belly up. Exhale down. Coming out in powerful pose, leave your bottom down. Palms together, inhale all the way up to the top. It's a little back bend there if you like it. Just take the thumbs back, draw the belly in, lift the heart to the ceiling. And exhale, hands to the heart. Right. Front of the mat, let's take a big inhale. Exhale, soft knees forward fold. Inhale. And exhale, step back with the right foot. And the left foot. Knees or shoulders, whichever you like. Lower down. Exhale. Inhale on the way up. Tuck the toes. And exhale back. Ready to think about warrior two. Sink into the right heel. Inhale the left heel. Exhale, bring it forwards. Plant the back foot down for warrior two. Settle into the left knee till you find that inner thigh stretch on the right. Warrior two. So just before we begin to move, draw the belly up, draw the front of the pelvis up towards your chin. And then we think about taking the left forearm down onto the left knee. Let the hip come underneath you and the left side of the body stays long. Reach the right hand up to the ceiling if it feels good. Or take it down behind if your shoulders need a break. Roll the right side of the chest up to the ceiling just as much as you can. And either playing with the pose here for another couple of breaths, or if you want to think about taking the bind, then this left hand is going to come down and under. So the left shoulder comes down towards the knee, keep the right shoulder rolled up, left hand comes down and under, right hand up and over, to bind the fingers behind if you can. Doesn't matter if they don't reach, just reach them together. Roll the right shoulder, look up to the ceiling if it's comfortable, nice and deep in that left hip. Draw the belly in, inhale as you come out, warrior two. Little reverse warrior, right hand around behind, left hand straight up to the ceiling. Let yourself into that left knee. Really find that inner thigh stretch on the right. Look up through the thumb if you can. And as you exhale to come down through Warrior Two again, we're going to soften the front knee back. Bend the back knee, leave the feet as they are. Just come into surface pose. Stick your bottom out behind you. You're finding that inside and underside of the left leg. Lift the heart forwards. Imagine you're on a surfboard. Coming up through Warrior Two, windmill the right hand up and over. Turn the toes, step it back. Downward facing dog. Sink into the left heel, inhale the right. Exhale, bring it forwards. Warrior Two on the other side. So again, as we come into a side angle, thinking about the right side staying long, the right hip coming underneath, and staying into that right knee. It's really tempting to bring it back to make it easier. So stay into that right knee, left hand either round behind you or up to the ceiling, whichever you like, long down the right side. And try to have as little weight as you can in that forearm, so you're not supporting yourself on the shoulder, the elbow. Again, just playing with this pose for another breath or two, unless you want to take the right shoulder down, the right hand come down and under, the left hand come up and over. Interlace the fingers, roll the left shoulder to the ceiling. Release when you're ready. Coming up through Warrior Two. Quick reverse warrior. Inhale all the way up to the fingertips. Exhale down through Warrior Two. Soften the back knee. Straighten the front leg. Sit your bottom out behind you. Sorry if you're looking at my bottom. Reach the heart up and forwards. Nice flat spine. Little tuck in the chin if you're cranking the neck. Just come to wherever it feels comfortable. Inhale as you come up. Warrior Two and windmill the left hand up and over. Turn the toes. Step it back. And look towards the fingertips. Coming forwards as you like. Exhale. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale down. And a big inhale all the way up. Palms together and squeeze. So feet together, knees together for the last flow. Inhale up, soft knees. Turn the little fingers back again. Powerful pose. Chair pose. Utkatasana. Lift the thumbs. Let the shoulders stay soft. Send the hips back. But then we bring the palms of the hands together, hands to the heart. Lift the center of the chest into the thumbs. Send the hips back a little further, a little deeper if you can, ready to take a twist. So we're going to bind the right elbow over the left knee. Exhale. Roll the left shoulder up. Try to keep the thumbs in the center of the chest if you can. Notice whether your right knee pops forward. If it does, think about taking the right hip back. Coming forward through the center. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Step the right foot back. Fingertips stay on the mat, reach the heart forwards. Engage the right thigh, right heel, and the belly as you come up to lunge. So now really important to stabilize yourself with that back thigh. Sink into the back heel. And keep it engaged as you take the twist. So palms together, hands to the heart. Reach into the thumbs, stay in that back heel. Find a gaze point if it helps. And then take the bind to the same side. Roll the left shoulder up. Hands in the center of the chest if you can. If you're feeling really good and you want to bring the weight forwards, you can always take the back foot off the mat just for a second or two. Into the center. Inhale. You step the right foot forwards. Powerful pose. Palms together, hands to the heart. Settle the hips back, reach the heart forwards. Binding on the other side. Left elbow comes over the right knee. Find your breath, even though the belly might be squished. Inhale through the center, reach. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, exhale, and step back with the left foot. Fingertips stay on the mat, reach the heart forwards. Squeeze into that back heel, back thigh, back buttock. Reach the heart forward, engage the belly as you come up. Lunge. Again, use the back thigh for stability. Let yourself sink into that back heel a little more. Palms come together, hands to the heart. Reach into the thumbs to lengthen the spine. Find a gaze point if it helps. And exhale as you twist. Again, all the options are there. You can open the arms if you like, or you can float the back foot by bringing the weight forwards into the big toe. Keep the back thigh engaged. Squeeze into the back heel. Inhale as you come through the center and step the back foot forwards, palms together. Exhale, hands to the heart. Give your feet a little walk if you feel like you need to. And when you're ready, we'll go wide on the mat. Along the long side of the mat. Toes out at about 40-45 degrees maybe, so that when you bend your knees, they go in the same direction as your toes are pointing. Settle the hips above the heels. Use the outside borders of the feet. Then lots of options with the arms. Either take the hands behind, squeeze them down, lift the chest. Take the elbows if you like, just wrapping the elbows with the hands. Lift the chest. So now you can use the forearm into the lower back just a little bit. Or if you feel comfortable with a reverse prayer, fingertips come together and take a reverse prayer. Again, the hands in the little, the small of the back, just to persuade the heart to lift. Whichever one works for you, all the options are there. Soft knees. into the outside borders of the feet. And then reach the heart forwards as you lift the sit bones up behind you. So a nice flat spine all the way down. Settle into the hips. Let the heart reach forwards, but also be heavy. And then a little tuck in the chin so you're looking straight down. Lift the heart forwards. Lift it forwards. Lift it forwards. Squeeze into the big toes as you come back up. And release. Just give your hips a little wriggle if you feel like you need to. Then we bring the feet into the center, about hips distance apart. Diver's pose. Arms come wide, palms flat, thumbs forwards. And come up onto the tiptoes. Think about squeezing the ankles forwards rather than trying to lift onto the tiptoes. Soft knees, let the sit bones turn up, the heart reach forwards. Diver's pose. If you do this right on the edge of the mat, you can imagine you're on the edge of a pool, maybe the edge of this platform. Lift the heart forwards, let it become heavy until your tummy starts to touch the top of your thighs maybe. Squeeze the ankles forwards, little tuck in the chin. Fly the hands, bring the shoulder blades together. And release. Give your feet a little walk. And we'll take a tree in a second. And take tree into dancer's pose. The goose is back. So finding your tree. Take tree standing on the right foot. Find your tree however you like. Palms together. Hands wide maybe. Reaching up to the ceiling if it feels nice. But try to have the hips level, the belly drawn in, and the front of the pelvis just tucked to touch. And take another breath or two. Allow the breath to settle into the belly. Oops. Your eyes fixed on a drishti, a gaze point. If you feel that would help. And then when you're ready, we're going to bring that right knee forwards. Lift the knee up towards your nose, flex the foot. And take the left hand up to the ceiling. And start to send the foot back. As you send the foot back, open the opposite shoulder, the right shoulder. Reach around to take the inside of the foot. So your thumb and the big toe meet. And then start to push that foot back. Lift the heart forwards, but keep it lifted up. Push the foot back. And only when you feel you have to, you start to cantilever with the front hand. Keep the thumb lifting to the ceiling. And that back foot pushing away from you and lifting towards the ceiling as much as you can. Breathe into the belly. Keep it nice and tight. One last lift and release. Can't remember whether I confused you on the sides there, but you work it out. Standing on the opposite foot. Tree. And again, when you're ready, bring that knee towards your nose. You're working outside, make sure you're on a flat bit of ground. Knee towards your nose, flex the foot. Opposite hand comes up to stabilize. Start to send the foot back. Reach for the inside of the foot. Thumb against the big toe. Push the foot away. Draw the belly in, keep the heart lifted up. And as you push, you have to cantilever forwards. Coming out of it when you feel ready. Give your feet a little walk. Catch your breath if you need to. We'll come down onto the mat for a plank. So feet together. Inhale, soft knees. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale. Exhale, step back into plank. So nice long body plank, fingertips reaching forwards, maybe a little bit ahead of the shoulders. Draw the belly up. Firm thighs, squeeze back into the heels. Just looking down to check the front line of the body is flat. Then looking down towards your thumbs. Maybe put the weight into one foot. Lift the other heel just to the level of your bottom. Nothing else changes, just lift the heel. Exhale, bring it down and change sides. And then when you're ready, coming down into child's pose. So we're going to come back up into forearm plank, a dolphin plank. If you feel like you need a break right now, it's okay to stay in child's pose a little bit longer. Very much up to you. You will practice. So when you're ready, coming up onto the forearms, elbows directly underneath the shoulders, which might be a little bit closer together than you think. Forearms down, fingers really wide, so they might want to move together or move apart as you come up. Just try to keep the hands on the elbows where they are. Tuck the toes and lift. Looking down towards your shins, walk your feet forwards. Push back through the shoulders to try to keep the upper arms vertical. Draw the belly towards the thighs. Maybe send one foot up to the ceiling. Squeezing into the fingertips. Change sides. Keep pushing back through the shoulders. Exhale, bring it down. Child's pose. Coming out, child's pose. When you're ready, you can take your time again. Tuck the toes under. So we started with an easy version of camel pose at the beginning. We get a little bit more complex now. So tuck the toes under, thumbs behind the hips to persuade the hips to come forwards. Lift the chest towards the ceiling. Let the head come back, but just keep control of it. Lift the chest and broaden the shoulders. Draw the shoulder blades together. Bring the elbows as close together behind you as you can. Try and draw the breath into the belly even though it's stretched. Keep it tight. And then if it feels okay, just reaching down with one hand and then the other to take the heels. Pull the shoulder blades together. Lift the heart. Keep the belly drawn in so it doesn't balloon out. Resting here for a breath or two. If that feels really good, just taking one thumb up and back behind you. Just really open that side of the chest. Breathe into the belly. Change sides. And wherever you are, bring the hands back to the hips as you come out of it. Bring the bottom back to the heels. Sitting on the heels with the back of the feet on the mat. In hero's pose, we can start to find a little quad stretch. So make sure there's some mat behind you. If this feels good, and it feels like it's enough, then you can work back from here, but maybe not going all the way back. If you feel like you can take the heels a little bit wider and start to settle your bottom down between your heels, maybe put a block underneath your bottom or a book if it doesn't quite touch. And sitting there if it's comfortable, so it's a big opener on the front of the ankles. Bring the fingers in line with the toes, roll the shoulders back, bring the shoulder blades together. Try to keep a little softness in the elbows. Lift the heart to the ceiling. Keep control of the head and the belly. If that feels okay, then coming down onto the elbows, tuck the elbows in, just checking to see whether the knees lift the heart to the ceiling. Try and let the head go a little bit more, as if you were trying to get it to touch down. And then if that feels okay, maybe coming all the way back so the crown of the head touches down, like a version of fish pose with the knees bent. Big quad stretch, maybe a big stretch in the knees, so be careful if you have any feelings in the knees. Keep the belly tight. And coming out of it, keep the belly super tight. Use the hands to come up. Big stretch. Bring the knees back together underneath you. And take a nice easy twist. Right hand over the knee. And the other side. And coming back to the center, just coming forwards with the left foot. Let the right foot come back. So the right knee is underneath you, left knee over the left ankle. Left hand on the left hip, right hand comes up to the ceiling. So we can get nice and long between the right knee and the right fingertips. Squeeze the left hip across with the left hand as you take a nice fold. Fingertips coming overhead. Stabilize with the back of that back foot. Find a gaze point if you feel wobbly. Coming out of it, both hands on the knees. I'm just going to move back a little bit. We start to walk the left foot forwards. So we find a stretch on the front of that right thigh. Maybe you want a pad underneath the back knee or something similar. Try to let yourself come into the hips so the hips reach forwards. A little bounce if it feels good. Drive into the back of the back foot just to take the pressure off the knee. And then with a long spine, so reach the heart forwards as you come forwards. And bring the hands down between the knees. Between the hands down on the right side of the foot. Reach the heart forwards to a nice easy version of lizard. If you want to come all the way down onto the forearms, that's okay. We're just going to stay here on the long arms for a breath or two. Maybe pull the fingertips back towards you a little bit as you reach the heart forwards. Nice long spine. Let the shoulders stay soft. And being a little bit careful with the knees again. If your knees feel a little bit vulnerable, then maybe this is not one for you. The right hand comes down underneath your face. Bend the left knee. Reach around to take the little toe with your fingers. Open the left shoulder. Just trying to push back into that foot a little bit. A twisted monkey. And release. Hands come down. Send that left foot back. Bring the right foot forwards. Coming up again. So foot and knee are about hips distance apart. Right hand on the right hip. Left hand up to the ceiling. Squeeze with the right hand as you flex on the left side. Find a gaze point if you feel wobbly. And coming up through the center, bring the hands to the hips. Walk the right foot forward and start to settle into the hips. Again, just watching for any feelings in that back knee. Coming as far forwards as you feel comfortable. And you might well find that the two sides are quite different. Just settling to wherever it feels good. And then lift the heart forwards. Bring the hands down inside the foot. So a nice long spine, pivoting at the hips. Reach the heart between the elbows, even pulling the fingertips back towards you a little bit if it helps. There, it'll tuck in the chin so the back of the neck is in line with the spine. And again, we'll bring the left hand underneath your face if it feels good. If it doesn't feel good, just skip this part, opening out to take the outside border of the foot. Roll that right shoulder open. And release. Both hands come down, bring the knees back. Let's take them a little bit wide to give the hips a break and send your bottom back for child's pose. Take as many breaths as you like in child's pose. And then when you're ready, coming around to sitting with your bottom about halfway down the mat. So keeping the knees a little bit bent, bring the thumbs back as though we were taking camel again. So that as you roll back onto the elbows, your thumbs just stick underneath the fleshy part at the top of your hips. You can keep the knees bent, we're coming into fish pose, or you can send them long if you prefer. Just be aware of any feelings in the lower back. Trying to roll the shoulders back and let the crown of the head get heavy. Tuck the elbows under. And try to let the crown of your head get as close to the floor as you can. Maybe it touches down as you lift the heart, maybe it doesn't. If you can, then float the feet, point the toes, and lift the heels. Just trying to rock a little until maybe the crown of the head touches down. And if it does, then you can also fly the hands, bring the palms together. For fish pose, lift the heart, draw the belly in. Two more breaths. And then bring the knees into the chest, give them a hug. A little rock. Allow the pelvis to come off the mat if you like. Get onto the lower back. Give it a really good rock. Ah. When you're ready, bring the hands behind the knees. Keep them hugged into the belly and lift the heart towards the knees. Draw the belly in. So use the tummy, let the shoulders stay soft. Exhale down. One more time. Inhale up. If it feels good, you can send the soles of the feet up to the ceiling. Keep the heart lifting towards your knees, let the neck stay soft. Maybe float the hands, the fingertips. And then bring the knees into the chest. Just making sure there's some mat behind you. You're coming into the final 2 or 3 poses. So if your bottom's about halfway down the mat, you'll be in the perfect place. You're going to come into a shoulder stand. If you like to do this with a blanket, then maybe this is the time to grab a blanket. And if you're not sure about shoulder stand, check out the how-tos at the bottom of the page. So when you're ready, nice long neck, soft shoulders, bring the knees up into the chest. And then plant the hands down on the mat. Use the fingertips to push your knees above your nose. Bring the hands into the small of your back and walk them down until the upper back feels like it's getting close to vertical. Then you send the feet to the ceiling. Use the belly. Long neck. If you want to take it over into plow, feel free. And coming out of it, just when you're ready, bring the knees back into your nose. And the hands back onto the mat. Playing with it a little bit if you like. And then start to roll down slowly. Use the belly. Knees into the chest, give them a hug. So finish with a twist and Shavasana. Just keep the knees hugged into the belly. Take the arms wide in a big V shape. Keep the knees hugged in, knees together, ankles together, and let them roll to the right. Try to squeeze the knees together, let the left hip come up. Look left, squeeze the left shoulder down. Coming up through the center when you're ready. Gather the knees in again. Give them a hug if you like. Let them come to the other side. Knees stay together as much as they can. Right shoulder squeezes down to open the right side of the chest. And come up through the center. Knees up into the chest. Give them a hug. And a good roll around the back of the hips, the back of the pelvis, the lower back. Rolling one way, but then change direction. Roll the other way. Coming back to the center. When you're ready, send the legs long, right to the edge of the mat, ankles. Let the feet roll out, so your little toes begin to touch the deck. Shoulders, shoulder blades shuffle underneath you. Back of the neck long, a little tuck in the chin maybe. Palms face the ceiling, fingers curl. Beginning to focus on the breath. Letting the breath flow in through the nose, if that's comfortable for you, and out through the mouth. Just trying to find that little pause at the top of the inhale, just before the breath turns around to leave the body. And once you find that little pause halfway through the breath, begin to allow the out breath, the exhale, to become a little longer than the inhale. Maybe counting the inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just allowing that exhale to become a little longer with each breath until you feel comfortable. Begins to allow the nervous system, the parasympathetic nervous system, to calm. That allows the muscles to relax. And then taking a moment or two to bring the body back into life. Deep breath into the belly. A little shuffle of the hips, a wriggle of the shoulders, a wriggle of the fingers and the toes. ready, bring both knees up into the chest. Give them a hug and a rock one last time. Until you feel ready to rock onto your right side and bring yourself back into sitting. Let's take a final big inhale together. And exhale down. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me again today. Stay safe. See you soon.